Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Voice of Fire Tarot. For today's reading I'm going to be bringing you divine insights from Metatron. So Archangel Metatron is by some people is known as one of two archangels who once incarnated on earth by the name of Enoch. I think the other one was Sandalphon, who also incarnated on earth. So he has a lot of understanding of the difficulties that human beings as a race that we often go through when we're in the three-dimensional on earth. So when he passed on the earth plane, he ascended to archangel status and he became Metatron. This is my understanding of him anyway. Some also say that he is associated with the stellar gateway chakra, so very, very high chakra. He's also associated with, divine ancient wisdom as well. Wisdom in all things esoteric. And he is also mainly known as the scribe of God, of the divine, of source, of spirit. He's almost like the voice that speaks through. He also has this kind of a book that he records all the, information about us, about everybody, about all life forms, about our deeds, our thoughts, our actions in all of our lifetimes, whether they be past lives, future lives, parallel lives, interdimensional lives as well. All the information is contained in what's known as the Akashic Records, and Metatron is very closely associated with that too. So I thought it'd be very, very interesting to see what divine insights Metatron has for you today. So there will be three groups to choose from, and I've chosen three crystals. Each of them have some sort of link or association with Archangel Metatron. So if you pick group one, you'll be selecting the Labradorite crystal. And in some lights you can just see this blue coming through. I'm not sure if it's picking up on the camera. And then we have for group two, the Apophyllite. And for group three, we have the blue Kyanite. Okay, so as usual, please take your time, use your intuition, pause the video if necessary to select which group or groups, there might be more than one, which one of those resonate with you the most. Also remember that these are general readings, so just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If you do wish to have a more personal reading, you can do so by following the link below. Okay? And if you like what you see, please remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel. It just helps the channel to evolve. And also please feel free to leave a comment if you wish to do so. Okay, so thank you, and I look forward to seeing what you're reading. Goodbye. Hello group one, and welcome to your reading. You chose this lovely piece of Labradorite, and this reading will be about divine insight brought to you from Archangel Metatron. Okay, so this will be really, really interesting. And really, it can be general, it might be, specific, but just take what resonates from this reading. Okay, so I'm going to put this lovely piece of Labradorite here. And then firstly, as I'm connected to Metatron, I'm going to ask you directly, Metatron, please, for some divine insight or messages for people in group one, please. What do you have to say to people in group one? Anyway, as I'm shuffling these, I'm seeing what looks like a mirror. I don't know if you know one of the mirrors that they use on roads to see traffic that's coming from blind corners. And I'm seeing a string of traffic on a string of lorries in there, but it's kind of warped. And I'm not sure if that traffic's at a standstill or going very, very slowly. So it'll be interesting to see what Metatron has to say to you, group one. Okay. And we have the Hanged Man on the bottom of the deck. So I feel that Metatron is saying to be patient with how things are very, very slowly progressing with you at the moment. There's something in your life that's going very, very slowly. But as with the Hanged Man, I'm getting a sense of some kind of surrendering. As I saw that mirror, it's kind of showing a different view of things. And I think what's happening is, what Metatron is saying, that you're going slow, so you are aware of what blind spots to look out for. And this is actually quite a valuable process for you at the moment that you're going through. What seems to be going slow isn't actually as slow as you think it is. It's kind of a warped version of time, which is what I was seeing with that mirror, that kind of warped image, but it was showing the blind spots as well. So we have the Five of Swords. So I'm getting a bit of, I won't say resentment, but I'm getting a bit of frustration at the moment from you, Group 1. Obviously, this is general, so it might not apply to all of you, but there's some kind of negative, quite murky energy going on. Then we have the Three of Swords. Okay, so there's some frustration here about how slow things are going. I really do feel that. Then we have the Ace of Cups. Okay. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Then we have the Ten of Swords. And then we have the Empress. So very, very different from here onwards, I would say. And this to me is really signifying, this Ten of Swords is really signifying the end of a cycle. We have the Ten of Swords here. So I'm feeling that the two negative cards here really are, these are swords. These are to do with the element of air. And air is to do with, our mental, our thoughts, how we communicate verbally as well. And I feel that you're in some sort of negative zone, I would say, at the moment. And it feels very, very stuck, and it feels very, very clogged, like that traffic I saw in that warped mirror when I was channeling Metatron. And yeah, there is some element of patience. It does feel quite, it's almost like you feel stabbed in the heart at the moment, and you feel almost as if that you're never going to get to your destination. And it's interesting that I saw a red lorry. One of the lorries was red. We have a red heart here, and that lorry was quite central, and it stood out in that mirror as well. So something here, but it's almost like this is an illusion that you're experiencing at the moment. This kind of negativity, these thoughts are an illusion. And what's happening is there's a lot of intense healing going on for you. Just what I'm seeing with this Ace of Cups. And also aces are to do with beginnings as well. Very, very positive. And to me, this is the beginning of you feeling more content, more happy, but it goes through at a really, really deep emotional level. This really reaches your heart center. I'm getting a feeling that your heart center is starting to be, it's a long process, but things are being healed. There's things under the surface that are being healed. Okay. And this broken heart is actually, the redness of this is actually, if we see here the Queen of Pentacles, I almost feel that for some of you might have been going through something quite difficult with other people. This could be relationships or friendships, is what I'm seeing here with this Five of Swords. And you feel quite alone. And what it's saying is this process has taken time, and it's taken time for you to heal. But what we have here, this to me is growth, and it's also a big, very, very high degree of independence and self-worth coming in here, Group 1. And it's like you're finally starting to feel some sort of connection, a very positive connection with the earth plane. And if you look at this Queen of Pentacles, she's holding something very, very positive. And for me, she's looking at something, and what that pentacle is symbolizing is hope. She is seeing hope. And I think this is what's happening for you. And this is what Metatron is saying for you, to keep focusing on that pentacle that you're holding, on that hope, on that dream that you have. And it is coming into fruition. But you just have to give it time. And yeah, it's a painful, long process. And yeah, we also, to me, it's going to come up quite soon, because you've already arrived at the Ten of Swords. It's been very, very difficult. things can't get any worse for this person. They've been stabbed by these 10 swords, but after death comes rebirth, and we have this lovely dawn. These dark clouds are going to really diminish, and this lovely yellow dawn is coming up, this new sunrise. And this is what, if you notice the yellow in these cards as well, this is what is here for you, Group 1. This is what is coming up for you. So what I would like to know, Metatron, is can you clarify these the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress card, please? I'd like to know a bit about what is in store for people in Group 1 after the end of this cycle which they're going through. What is in store for them, please? Okay. Oh, this is nice. On the bottom we have the Four of Wands. And this to me is unity. It's things come together. It's a celebration, but there's also stability is what I'm seeing here. There's a real sense of stability after quite a turbulent time for you, Group 1. So here we are, the Queen of Swords, and we have 2 queens as well. So this really is saying to me that there is definitely a clarity of thought. Remember I said about focusing on this pentacle that the Queen of Pentacles is holding. This is focusing on hope. With the Queen of Swords here, and this is you being really, really clear about a situation that you were in. If you see the clouds are clearing, this dark, clogged looking atmosphere is now changed to something very, 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 very clear and crisp. And you see this white here and the blue, and I'm just drawn to this bird as well. So there's a lot of communication going on for you, I think. Possibly a lot of you are getting some claircognizant downloads as well. So I think what it's saying is to really listen out for them downloads, listen out for them things. You might hear certain things in nature as well. When you're outside in nature, it's actually taking notice. If you look at these 2 cards, you have the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, both very, very much to do with Earth. It's almost like the Empress is part of the Earth. It's to do with Mother Nature. It's seeing all the synchronicities around you, all the signs. And what it's saying to me is really, really pay attention. This is what this Queen of Swords is saying to me as well. You're going to get an immense amount of clarity after this 10 of Cups has lifted all this darkness and heaviness. And then we have 9 of Wands. Okay. This to me feels like you've come to the end of a very, very difficult journey. But what I notice with the 9 of Wands, yes, he's bruised and battered, but he's still standing. And there's an immense degree of bravery here, and there's a lot of achievement I see. And it's like you've got that final one there to put into place. And it's telling me also that you are protected. And I see all these wands around you. They could be spirit guides, they could be your soul family, being symbolized in all these wands around you. And it's saying, yes, you are protected, and it's like you've come to this end. Definitely you've come into an end. I know the 10 of Cups, 9 is not an end, but it's near the end. And I really feel that it's like you've completed a marathon. That's what's really come through for me. So what I'm feeling, there's a deep sense, as well as clarity, there's a sense of you've got a lot, you're feeling a lot of achievement, and this is making you feel so grounded, but also so connected to the divine as well. And this is a message that Metatron is delivering to you today, Group 1. So very interesting, very powerful, and very positive. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use a few oracle cards just to get a bit more information about this. And I'm going to go back, which I've used in the last reading, one of my newer decks. I think it's called the Wild Unknown Archetypes. So Metatron, what else do you have to say for people in Group 1, please? I feel like I need 4 cards from this deck as well. Four just seems like the right number for some reason. Maybe I'm thinking of that 4 of Wands, that sense of stability coming through for you, Group 1. So we have Alethea. Okay. Now this deck is new to me, so I haven't got a lot of knowledge of what Alethea means. I need to read that up. But what I'm seeing is 2 different worlds here. It's almost like we have an underworld here and we have an overworld. What's interesting as well, they're both black and white. And what I'm seeing here is almost like Metatron is saying to you to see things from two different perspectives. Things are not what they seem. Things are not black and white, but if they are, the darkness isn't necessarily a bad thing, because you have this white rose amidst the darkness. And in the light, you have this dark rose. So again, this is drawing me back to that world of illusion that I was seeing with that mirror, that road mirror, when I was channeling Metatron as well. It's about looking out for the blind spots, looking out for the dark, the dark roses in what seems to be the light, but also the white or the good things that seem to be in the darkness. But they're kind of like your blind spots and they're the things to look out for. And this is, I know it sounds a bit jumbled, this is what's coming through, and this is what you need to be aware of to actually get through this process. And if you are, I think, remember we had the Hanged Man on the bottom of the deck, and what this is about as well with the Hanged Man, this is about hanging upside down to see things from a different perspective, as you can see here. Both of these worlds can be seen from different perspectives. So I think what Metatron is saying is just to really, really be open at the moment. Just to be open, have the air of openness about you. And this process will seem to, if you do, this process will seem to flow a lot more easier for you. And then we have the bridge. Wow. And if you look, it's almost like we have a bridge between these two worlds. And again, we have that dark sky, but in that dark sky, we have that lovely rainbow, and we have the lighter arm, and we have the darker arm here, or the arm that's in darkness, and the arm that's more in the light, and both are joined together. It's almost like there's no difference. The high frequency can be accessed from both sides, and that high frequency is that bridge to the divine, that bridge to your higher self, to source, really. And then we have the self. Wow. It's interesting that this looks kind of like an orb or something. It's kind of lodged right between the throat chakra and the heart chakra. It might be just touching the upper heart chakra, actually. But if you look again, we have all these colours emanating. And if you look at the self is actually shrouded in darkness. So I feel a lot of you in this group have gone through a lot of darkness. But what's happened is, through that darkness, it's almost like you've seen that rainbow of colours, all that potential, all that possibility blasting through out of that darkness, out of that journey, that long journey that you've been going through. This is almost like the dawn that's rising after all this darkness, this dark night of the soul. And then we have the heart. What was I saying? The heart. A lot of stuff here to do with healing of that heart. We have what looks like, it almost looks like that mirror that I was seeing. I know it's a boat, but there was a mirror like that when I was sort of channeling, and I was getting all these lorries and everything sort of gridlocked on the side of the mirror. But yeah, there's stuff going on here, group one. There's powerful stuff going on here. I see these little circles of light as well. What feels like a tangled mess, actually what's happening is you are being healed on a really, really high level, and it's because of some sort of direct connection with the divine. There's a lot of intense healing going on for you. Very, very powerful. Beautiful, actually. So I'm going to finish off just with some final cards. So I think I'm going to go to this numerology deck just to finish off. 3 messages, please, Metatron, for people in group 1. So that's 1 message just flew out. Another 2, please. Ooh. Okay, so what flew out? We have effort. Wow. What I'm seeing here, what I'm most drawn to here is the actual colour. Also, remember I said about, I felt like picking out 4 cards. I think it was 4 of these, and we have the 4 of Wands as well. So 4, I'm getting a sense of stability for you. And also, I'm looking at this red. It's almost like this heart, and that lorry I saw that was sort of stuck in traffic and was all clogged up. Like the heart is clogged up within this. And then what I'm seeing here is this yellow around it. This yellow is that new dawn that's coming up for you. really helping with your self-esteem, I think, your self-worth as well. I really wanted to come out, it flew out when I was shuffling. Then we have self-discipline. Interesting. So 41, which makes 5. So yeah, I'm feeling 5 is often a number of change and of challenge as well. And again, we have this green, which is also associated with the heart, the heart chakra, but also this red. So I feel that you really are starting to come into your self-power. And this for me is also a card, not just of self-discipline, but I think of grounding as well, and really getting into your sense of being centered, that self-power as well. And the more self-power you have, the more you're able to be self-disciplined as well. And the final card we have communication. Wow. So we have the number 33, which is it's a master number, a very spiritual number. But this is all about communication. So I feel what is happening here. So we see this effort, this strain has happened. This is almost like you becoming stronger. I'm seeing all this clog, all that gridlock that I saw in that mirror is starting to be dissolved. You're able to see through the illusion. You're able to see the different ways that time and events have been warped. You're seeing through it. You're seeing both sides of the story. And what's happened is, as I said before, you see all these channels of communication are being cleared as well for you. Your heart has been cleared as well, all these nettles. And what's happened is you are much more open to spiritual communication. So what I feel that Metatron is saying is just be open. And what will happen is this communication will get stronger and stronger. And this is really what you have to look forward to. The more you start to heal, the more this is happening, the more you surrender, the more this communication will come through. And it can come through in any way, in the form of downloads, direct downloads. It can come through your dreams, or even through clarity of thought as well. And that is Metatron and whoever else communicating with you. Okay, so thank you very much, Group 1, for a very, very interesting first read from Archangel Metatron. I hope it resonated. If you did like it, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and also comment if you wish to do so. Okay, so thank you very much, and goodbye. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. You chose the Apophyllite crystal. And this reading will be about divine insights brought to you directly from Metatron, or through Metatron from the divine. And as I said with Group 1, this could be anything really. It could be general, it might be quite specific as well, but again, just take what resonates with you as well. Okay, so for Group 2, Metatron, what divine insights do you have for them, please? Prior to this reading, when I was channeling the energy for you, Group 2 of Metatron, I was seeing what looked like the image of the ocean, and it was starting to part, and within the ocean there was like a little story going on, like another world within the story, and I couldn't really make out what it was. And then I was brought to an image of a pair of car headlights that were starting to switch on, basically. And then there was an image of what looked like a girl or a teenager or somebody who was standing sideways. And she was sort of in the middle of them car headlights, and she was smiling. So I'm not sure if that's some sort of message to one of you in this group, or maybe two, I'm not sure. But I just get the general feel for you, Group 2, that you are going to be getting some insights very, very soon, possibly about, things in your past that, really start to make sense for you now. And this is what Metatron is saying to you. So let's see what the tarot, let's see how Metatron is communicating to you through the tarot, Group 2. Okay. Right, what have we got? So we have the Queen of Cups, followed by the Hierophant, followed by the Page of Swords, followed by the Four of Cups. So I really feel that Metatron is saying to you to be very, very aware of your intuition at the moment. Be really aware of it and to really, really take it seriously, because the divine or source or, spirit is really trying to communicate something to you. They're trying to show you something, but it's almost like you may feel that you're not ready to see it yet. What they're saying is you are ready to see this. You are ready to know this truth. With the Page of Swords, so again we have a messenger of truth. We have the Queen of Cups. So I feel that a lot of you, I feel that your intuition is really, really strong. What Metatron is saying is to really, really tap into the intuition. Some of you might be very empathic. This is what I'm seeing with this Queen of Cups. And you almost get messages that come through your heart space or your heart chakra, even your solar plexus chakra as well. You get a lot of messages through there. So I think a lot of you rely on feelings. And so what it's saying to me is really focus on what your feelings are saying to you about a certain situation, or it could be something that's happened in your past. And what's happening, by you focusing on that, what's happening is the Page of Swords is coming in, and it's kind of like that aha moment, and it's saying, yes, that is the answer. You were right all along. Okay? And then what that will do, that is almost what I'm seeing here, is this the gift to you. The gift of confirmation that you were right, your intuition was right. And this is almost giving you, it's almost like a sense of power, but I want not power in a bad sense, but I say kind of self-power. It's like authority, sovereignty of yourself. That's what I'm seeing here with this Hierophant. But I do feel like I need some more clarification, I think, for these two cards here. So I'm going to go to this other tarot deck. So Metatron, please can you explain more for group 2, the Hierophant card and the Four of Cups, please. So I really do feel that a gift is coming through for you, group 2, with this Four of Cups, and that I'm not sure what stage you are going to see this gift, but you'll start to become aware of it. You start to really realize it. So for the Hierophant, we have that card, and for the Four of Cups, we have this one. Yes, this is deep insight. So we have the Hermit here, another major arcana. This is really, really powerful, deep insight, and this is where your sense of personal power and sovereignty is coming from. It's almost like what it's saying is your feelings are really, and your intuition is really, really key at the moment. Really analyze it. Okay, this Hermit is a Virgo card, and it's all about analysis, but it's also about revealing things that are deep, things, really, really deep inner truths. You have this guiding light here in the darkness. Things are being revealed to you. And this is what this Hierophant's doing. It's almost like you're channeling messages down to earth. I often see the Hierophant, in its positive sense, is channeling things down to earth to actually disseminate or to communicate the esoteric information in a really, really simple, clear, three-dimensional way to people. And this is what you're getting. You're getting a lot of insights and understanding that's coming through to you directly from source, but through your feelings. And the gift. Wow. This, to me, this is saying, yes, this is explaining why you have been in this situation. You're actually being given the key, the reason why you've been in this Nine of Swords energy. And Nine of Swords, yes, there's a lot of anxious, mentally difficult energy, but it's a 9, so it's coming towards the end. The 10 of Swords is coming after, which means the end of that difficult cycle. I'd like another card, please, after the 9 of Swords. Yes, we have the 6 of Swords. So this is moving on from a difficult, painful experience. So we could be talking about anxiety, depression here. And you're moving on from it because you're actually now understanding, yes, it's almost like, yes, it wasn't my fault. Or yes, I was right about this situation. And now I can move on. It's like you've almost... I'm given the sense that you're getting some peace of mind, group 2. This is what Metatron is saying. Rely on your feelings and you will get that peace of mind. And this is a gift to you, that peace of mind. And it's actually valuing your, the power really of your intuition. And that you are able to channel these messages, okay? And then you can use this to actually move on from a difficult, kind of anxious situation, I would say. So that's very interesting. So I'm going to get some oracle cards to get a bit more information on this. So I think I'm going to choose 4 of these from the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle deck. So from Metatron, please. What else do you have to say to people in group 2? What is your divine insights to them, please? Or for them, I should say. Okay. Emerald Tablet Activation, Cosmic Ordering, Divine Alchemy, Conscious Manifesting. Wow. And we have this green light. I'm drawn to the green, which is very much to do with the heart chakra. But I think what is happening here, I'm looking at these symbols as well. This is almost like some sort of, as it says here, activation. It's almost like you're getting loads of information through your heart space. This is what I'm drawn to, mainly the imagery, the heart space. You've got purple as well, which is the crown. So you also have, and the third eye as well, the indigo and the green. So it's almost like your third eye, your crown, is almost like your heart. The messages are coming directly through your heart, but also it's kind of flowing and making sense through your third eye. It's opening your third eye up and also your crown. So that it's almost like all the 3 chakras are working together really, really powerfully. But the epicenter, I would say the epicenter is definitely the heart. Remember I saw that, the ocean, which is to do with, water, which is emotions, that was opening out. That was opening out into like a story, which I couldn't really make out. It was quite dim, but it was definitely a story going on. This is what I'm seeing here. Things are opening out here. And then we have Macabre Activation, Transcendence, Ascension, you are rising up. And with Macabre, I'm not entirely sure, but it's associated with Metatron's cube, and it's very much to do with, sacred geometry as well. So it's almost like you are being given not only information for yourself and your inner self, but also very deep ancient wisdom about how things work almost. And again, it's through your heart space, but it's being activated in all other areas as well. But that's the epicenter of the heart. And because your heart is opening, you're now downloading all this information So it's almost like you're seeing through the veil. You're seeing how things really, really work. And there's a lot of illumination going on for you at the moment. Remember the car headlights going on. Things are being illuminated. Truths are starting to come through. And this is part of your ascension. It's almost like you are ascending onto a higher level, group 2. Then we have, third eye activation. Yeah, I did mention the third eye. So brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing. So yes, you're seeing things, what they really are. As I said just now, you're seeing beyond the veil. Your intuition, remember the Queen of Cups is a very, very psychic card as well. Your intuition is really, really developing really strongly. And it's almost like they're finally showing you that you're finally being shown the gift you have. And you can actually use this gift. Because you're seeing so much, your vision is clearing. You're actually able to, this will help you through really the blockages caused by your thinking. That kind of anxiety will help you to move through that. Wow, I can't believe it. Yes, definitely there's an interplay with your heart chakra, your third eye, and your crown chakra. So you're having a massive upgrade in all of these chakras. So crown chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy. Wow, this is phenomenal, group 2. You're having a really, really massive amount of downloads. I'm really, really seeing this here. And yeah, as I said before, the heart is the epicenter, but it's actually opening up your higher chakras. You're being given the gift here, which is very, very high level, esoteric information. And yeah, it could be knowledge about sacred geometry. You could be starting to see patterns. Patterns of, could be really, really strong for you. And this is information that you are possibly meant to, once you start to get a grips of this and you start to understand it, you are meant to be also like a messenger to deliver this to other people. And I almost feel like, because this information is upgrading you and it's helping you to move on, you can do the same for other people, because what you're doing, you're helping others. So the Hierophant is all about communicating, as I said before, that esoteric information in a really, really tangible, three-dimensional, understandable way. Because if we didn't, nobody would be able to understand it. It's so complex and it's so vast. But what you're doing, you're bringing it down to very analytical form. And this is part of your transcendence. So you're very, very much on a journey. And I really do feel that you are helping yourself to move on, but also I feel that you're meant to deliver this gift to other people. You are a messenger. These could be other people as well. You're helping them to move on from situations, from things that have been very, very difficult or very, very murky for them. So I do believe this is part of your, really, Metatron is saying that this is part of your mission here on Earth in this particular lifetime. Wow, powerful stuff. So I feel for the next deck, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a few cards from this one. So this is, I've forgotten the name of this deck completely. Oh, mediumship training deck. Okay, so Metatron, anything I should say, please, to people in group 2. Oh. Wow. Okay, so I do feel that a lot of you are empaths, and we have here the power of empathy. So being a good medium requires a strong sense of empathy, which comes from your ability to sense and feel the emotions of a spirit as well as those here in the living. Being empathetic enables you to deliver heart-centered messages from spirit. Remember what I said, I really feel your heart chakra, and also I feel your solar plexus. All of them chakras are beginning to really, really open, and this is activating and upgrading the other chakras as well. And then we have here, remember what I said, I saw this ocean, and this heart in the hand is almost like this heart is opening a doorway. It's opening up it's almost like a tear in the fabric of reality, or reality as we see it. And you're being, because it's activating, you're being given access to something else as well. And this is what you're doing. Your empathy, your powers are really, really opening up. And we have here reaching out to spirit. Wow, you are crossing boundaries here, group 2. Your psychic powers are really, really increasing. It's like you're getting some sort of connection with your higher self, and your higher self is directly linked to spirit. This is what Metatron is saying to you. Wow. Brilliant. And I'm going to finish. I really feel drawn to using this new deck, the Wild Unknown Archetypes. So a couple of messages, please, Metatron, for people in group 2 to finish off the reading. So we have the Orphan. Okay. I feel that this is almost like you're guiding souls. So a lot of you might be aspiring mediums. You might be mediums already. But it's almost like you have the empathy to guide people or souls that are feeling lost. They're feeling that they haven't got a home, and you're helping with that. It's like you've got that increased understanding. Understanding of things that have been difficult. There might be some sort of connection as well to somebody, you might have lost, or other people might have lost at a very, very young age. This is what I'm seeing here. But I'm also drawn to this flower. I'm not sure if it's a rose or something. I don't think it's a rose, actually. I'm not sure, but it's a pink flower. And again, I'm really getting a feeling of the heart here. Wow. And then we have the Self. It's almost like you're learning. This card actually came up in another reading. I think it was group 1 actually. And yeah, this power source really is just on the higher heart chakra, the upper part of the heart. Not quite in the throat, but it's in the upper part of the heart chakra. And this is where your power is expanding. Okay, that's the most important thing. Your heart is opening. And what Metatron is saying is to keep doing that. And the more you do that, the more things will expand, the more colors you will, metaphorically be aware of, the more, you'll be able to see through the veil much more and deliver messages for yourself and for other people that are really, really positive and help both of you to move on really, really powerfully and really, really positively. Okay, what a fascinating reading, group 2. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you liked it. If you did, please remember to like, share and subscribe, and also leave a comment if you wish to do so. Okay, so thank you very much and goodbye. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your reading. You chose the blue Kyanite, and this reading will be about divine insights brought to you from Spirit directly through Metatron. So brought to you from Metatron, which is from Spirit. Okay, so let's have a little look at what the tarot has to say, or what Metatron has to say to you, group 3, through the tarot. And what I'm seeing is the edges, as I'm shuffling here, I'm seeing the edges of the game, the game show, the Wheel of Fortune is coming to mind. And on the actual wheel itself, on the top right hand corner of the wheel, there's some sort of light, lighting up or illuminating from there. So something is very specifically highlighting to you on your path, almost on your path of manifestation, group 2. On the path towards manifestation or destiny. There's something that's been highlighted to you in particular. Here's another one. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands, followed by the Ace of Cups, followed by the Eight of Cups, followed by the Fool card, followed by the King of Pentacles. Okay, so there's definitely some journey that you are going on at the moment, but to me, it seems like it's a very, very positive journey. And I feel that you are connecting to something that's at the beginning. The reason why I'm saying at the beginning is because we have the Ace of Cups and we have the Fool card. Now these cards, the Aces is to do with beginnings, and the Fool is also the very first card in the Major Arcana. It's 0. Basically, it's really strong communication to source. I feel that you are connected to some sort of ability, to some sort of talent, or some sort of could be a hobby or just sort of interest that really makes your inner child sing. Now you are connecting to it at the moment, and your connection to it is going to make you feel very, very replenished emotionally, but also this is part of your spiritual journey. And it's almost like what it's saying is, if you tap in to this particular energy of beginnings, of being that child who hasn't gone out into the world yet, who hasn't experienced all the things that can be difficult and all the things that, the adults experience, it's like you're starting anew. So if you start, it's almost saying that if you start from that space of being everything's new, and the world is new and everything's wonderful in terms of that newness, and it's like your eyes are opened as a newborn baby, seeing the world for the first time and the beauty of the world, what is happening is you're tapping into a particular energy. And what this energy is bringing in for you is the Four of Wands, which to me is harmony, it's celebration, it's a complete, unification of your conscious, which I see here as the red, and your subconscious, which is the blue. And you tapping into this inner child energy is going to connect you to your subconscious, which is huge, really. And we, as human beings, we often don't tap into that vast resource, which I feel that you are tapping into. And Metatron is advising you to tap into the energy as much as possible along your spiritual journey, along your path. And yeah, the King of Pentacles, this is about being grounded, but I'm also seeing a lot of abundance here as well. A lot of material abundance. I feel there's a lot of knowledge as well, and knowledge of things on the earth plane. So what I want to do, I would like to get a bit more information, I feel, about the King of Pentacles. Okay. Please, Metatron, can you give me more information for Group 3 about the King of Pentacles, please? We have the Eight of Wands, which to me is really, really quick, laser-focused movement towards something that's going to make you feel, well, very abundant, materially as well. Anything else? Wow, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So for me, this is you moving towards that state of feeling almost at home and feeling grounded on the earth plane. It's like you're achieving something because you've tapped into that childhood energy. You're now starting to actually accumulate all these material things. So yes, this could be health, this could be experiences on the earth plane, and also money as well. Money, which equals, security, which equals freedom. But there's also a sense that you have a feeling of achievement, that you've been through some kind of journey. And it's almost like you are tapping in to that Wheel of Fortune that I saw. I know the card doesn't come up here, but it's almost like you're tapping into that energy, them laws of abundance, the laws of manifesting as well. It's like you're tapping into the right energy stream, and this is definitely through your heart space, through your emotions. This is almost like somebody letting go. Okay, so in another aspect, this King of Pentacles, in some aspects, I feel that it's almost somebody who isn't letting go, and it's almost like somebody who, maybe for some of you, feel quite kind of stilted and stagnant and kind of stuck at the moment. But what this Eight of Wands is doing, this Eight of Wands is dislodging all these things that are making you feel stuck on the earth plane and bringing you towards a much more dynamic energy than the King of Pentacles. I do feel for a lot of you, the abundance of the King of Pentacles is there, but it's almost like Spirit is saying, or Metatron is saying, delivering you the message from Spirit, that there is more that you can do. You might be abundant, but there's more abundance you can have, and you also have that feeling of achievement attached to it. And this is what Metatron, the message that Metatron is bringing to you, is that stronger feeling of harmony, that you're bringing your subconscious or your subconscious mind and your conscious mind together. It's almost unifying your consciousness and your soul as well, your whole soul. And this central card here is the Eight of Cups, which is part of your, this is your spiritual journey through this lifetime. Anything else, please, Metatron? Anything that you have to say about the Eight of Cups, please? Yeah, this is almost saying that at the moment you are feeling quite... It's almost like you need to be released from this energy of the Seven of Wands, that you feel like you're struggling with different things, different forces that feel like they're working against you. And this is almost like you're resisting that Wheel of Fortune, that manifestation energy. And what they're saying to me is just really let that go and align with this energy, that fresh energy, that sense of newness as well. And we have the King of Pentacles again. So yeah, I'm feeling There has two meanings. There's the abundance, but really feeling the sense of being lodged or being something needs to be dislodged in order for you to move on. Something's making you feel quite stuck in your overall spiritual journey, and what needs to happen is that you need to tap into this energy of be that inner child of enjoyment, of doing things that you enjoy, doing things that you love, and this will enable you to fire through these things that are making you feel like you're struggling and that you're stuck, and you will go towards that sense of independence, that sense of achievement, that sense of unification of all your parts, all the parts of yourself into one harmonious whole. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use some oracle cards just to get a bit more info on this. I'm going to go towards, I feel this life purpose card might be a good start. So Metatron, some information please for people in Group 3 about your divine insights that you have for them. See what comes up. Okay. We have sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. Yeah, I feel that forces and things that make you feel quite dense, for example, things that are happening in the news, things that we see online, bombarded with all the time. It feels like you're very sensitive to that. And what that's doing is dragging you down. And it's almost like you need to elevate your energy, tap into something that's much more pure. Then we have you on the right path. There we are. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. So it seems to tell me that you're not at the start of this journey, Group 3, that you're already putting in a lot of measures to do this. But yeah, there are certain things, like anything in life, there's obstacles, but it's saying keep doing it and keep emphasizing on this lovely, fresh inner child energy. And you will get there. Then we have trust. So trust your feelings and your dreams to guide your career path. So I'm feeling for some of you, you might be veering towards something in your career that really taps into your inner child. So it could be something that's could be to do with writing or drawing or painting. Could be anything. It could be designing video games or anything at all, writing stories. It doesn't matter what it is, but anything that taps you into the inner child. And when you feel like you're tapped into that, what they're saying is trust that feeling, and that's confirming to you that you are on the right path. All right, this is really important for you right now, Group 3. And then we have support. Your life purpose fully supports you. So it fully supports you because you're actually aligning with something that you're meant to align to. It's actually part of your natural progression. You are meant to enjoy life. I really feel this from this reading, but you have to trust in the process. You have to trust sometimes there's a bit of surrendering going on, or it's almost like trusting in divine timing. Things might not happen in the order that you forecast them to work out, but that often is the case. But there's that trust that needs to come in. With this Eight of Cups, there's different winding paths. Nothing is a straight path. There's different bits of rock and different inclines to go up. There's different things on every corner. And this is what life is about. But what I feel Metatron is saying is that he's saying to you, yes, there are different corners, different hurdles, but you are able to go around them if you keep tapping into this lovely childlike, just positive energy, really. Really aligning with what you want to do, not what anybody else tells you should be doing. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go to this Hidden Worlds deck now, I think, for Group 3. Anything else, Metatron, for people in Group 3 that you want to say to them right now? What divine insight do you have for them, please? I feel like 3 cards is a good number. So we have the Mother Awakens, compassion, nurture, guidance. Yeah, I feel that this is really about you having compassion for yourself. It's almost like you're mothering your own inner child. You're treating your inner child the way that a child should be treated, which is to nurture them, to care for them, to guide them. This is what you need to be doing at the moment. And Metatron is saying that, rely on your guides. The guides will help you with this as well. And then we have kindred spirits, spirit companions, guides, comfort. Yeah. By you tapping into this energy, the Fool energy, the Ace of Cups as well, you're going to be guided along. You're going to have help. You're going to have assistance. And Metatron and your soul family, whoever, is going to come in and they're going to help you. But you need to be able to be in a place where you can really relax and open up. So give yourself that time to really look after yourself. Maybe giving yourself, time to meditate, time in nature, or time anywhere that feels right for you to connect with your guides, to connect to spirit. And then we have mountain lights, light beings, portals, subtle energies. So yes, this is being aware. It's like I just see somebody on a journey and being aware of all the different things that happen, things that might seem quite insignificant. If you look into them more deeply, or you just take the time to notice them, as if you're seeing them for the first time, you start to see things in different ways. So a daisy is no longer just a daisy. You start to see different intricacies of it. The same with anything, a bird or bird song, anything like that. It could be really something really, really simple and mundane. And what's happening is by you tapping into this energy, you're able to see the subtlety of it. You're able to see how things work and your place within that as well. And I think, for those of you who are, quite creative or artistic, that is a way for you to develop that. And also develop into develop with the subtleties of your own energies. What things are giving you that feeling of something's not quite right. I'm not doing something that I'm aligned to do. What it's saying is go along with that feeling, trust that feeling, because that is spirit guiding you towards what you should be doing, what you enjoy doing as well. Doing things for yourself, but also knowing that you are getting supported by your guides from spirit in doing this, because it is part of your path to connect with this. Okay. Well, what a lovely, lovely reading to finish off with group 3. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you liked it. If you did, please remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already. It just helps the channel grow and evolve. Also, feel free to leave a comment if you wish to do so. Okay, so thank you very much for watching and goodbye.